Hey, it's me, Diane B, and I'm back again with another Halestorm ranking. Uh, I'm recording all these at once. I just want to say that first and foremost. I am recording all these studio album rankings at once. So yes, I will be wearing the same shirt. Yes, my Christmas tree will still be up behind me, even though some of this isn't gonna drop until March. I think this video will be out at the end of January. So just know I'm not actually keeping my Christmas tree up that long. Or am I? Anyhow, let's get back to Halestorm. I'm going to be ranking their second studio album today. We are going to be talking about The Strange Case of. Now, I do want to note, in some places I've seen this referred to as The Strange Case of Halestorm. That's a mouthful. I'll probably be referring to this one as TSCO going forward. Yeah, that just seems a little bit simpler. So this album was released in 2012, and it definitely has a very, very confident sound from the entire band compared to their first album. And you can already tell just how much they've matured, and it's really fun to compare and contrast. I really enjoyed this listen. This one was one of my favorite albums until some newer things came out, but I don't want to spoil my ranking of all the albums in order now, do I? So, I gotta say, this research was very enjoyable, although I always enjoy listening to Halestorm more so than any other band. And my friends will tell you that I'm probably a little too obsessed. So let's get started, shall we? Now remember, this is just one diehard fangirl's opinion. This is not the definitive list. This is not the ranking. This is just my ranking. So feel free to let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. And remember to hit that subscribe button down there. I'm sure it's down there somewhere. I'm not pointing in the right direction for sure. I'm not even sure if you can see me pointing. Yay, you can see me pointing. Okay, let's get started. At number 16, at the very bottom of this list, we have American Boys. Now, this one had me honestly wondering how one sings these lyrics with a straight face. Maybe it read better on paper, but this whole song just had me thinking, yikes, just yikes. It's not too often I have anything bad to say about Halestorm, but they wildly missed the mark on this one. Sorry, Liz. Yikes. Let me compose myself before I get to number 15, which is Hate It When You See Me Cry. I didn't necessarily feel strongly one way or the other about this song, and I think that's part of the problem. Their music usually resonates very deeply with me, and this one just had me going, meh, it's a song. So that was just more of an okay, I guess. I didn't really care for this one too much. Number 14 is Beautiful With You. It's not really a bad song, but it's not my personal cup of tea. It sounds a little bit more like an Avril Lavigne. You know what? No, I'm leaving that in. It sounds more like an Avril Lavigne ballad than it does Lizzie Hailed Me, but it's a little bit more similar to the sound of their first album. I'm not sure how well it actually fits in with all of these, but another meh, okay. Number 13, In My Room. No, not In My Room. That's an ICP song. Let's try that again. In Your Room is my pick for number 13. Another ballad, slightly better than Beautiful With You. You can tell Lizzie was going through some specific and personal things while writing this one. It's not my personal favorite, but it's not terrible. Number 12, Private Parts. Go ahead and giggle. I know I did. I'm a mature adult, after all. This song is a collab with James Michael of 6am, and there seems to be a trend of the ballads being towards the bottom of my list, probably because the harder, heavier songs are just amazing on this album. So the ballads have all just kind of sifted towards the bottom. This track is good, don't get me wrong, but there's something about hearing "Show Me Your Private Parts" belted out with passion that just sends me. So number 12 is where it sits. Coming in at number 11, "You Call Me a Bitch Like It's a Bad Thing." This track is a fun one and very on the mark as far as their typical sound. It's heavier than the previous few songs, but it's no match for what's coming up in the top 10. Number 10, "Don't Know How to Stop." It starts the top 10, and this song is a bop. It was new to me, and I'm mad I didn't find it sooner, actually. So some of the riffs have real Motley Crue vibes. I just really liked this one. Not a whole lot else to say, but I really enjoyed this one. And number 9, we have the guest version of "Here's to Us." And yes, I know the deluxe version puts this song on here twice. Yes, I'm ranking the deluxe version. But it's two different songs, damn it. It still counts. It still counts. There's so many guests that pop up to sing a part in this that I literally can't identify them all. So if y'all know who all the guests are in this one, let me know in the comments. I spotted Maria Brink and a few others, but let me know. I would like to know if y'all just have a list itemized, because I've been just a little too lazy to Google it. Number 8 goes to "Break In." And I mean only gets this rank because of my affinity for the other songs on this album, because this might be the perfect love song. And the recent duet with Amy Lee from Evanescence, chef's kiss magic. Absolute magic. Lucky number 7 goes to the original version of "Here's to Us." I like this recording just a little bit better than the guest version. This is another one of those songs that I could immediately imagine in a movie soundtrack. Might be a little bit biased because it was on my wedding playlist. Throw a little bit of that main character syndrome in there, but I definitely enjoy this track. Number 6, "Na Na 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 Na." "Daughters of Darkness" gets the number 6 spot. What a fucking party anthem. It shows up at the perfect time on the album, right after a few real heartfelt gut punchers, and as a much needed boost of fire and confidence. I just love it. Her vocals are beastly, and little bro RJ freaking destroys the drums once again. We've hit the top 5. My pick for number 5 is "Love Bites." So do I, because how could this shredder not make my top 5? Lizzie learned to scream her head off somewhere between the first and the second album, and it blows me away every single time I hear it. Like when you hear that final "Love Bites" shrieked like a whole demon, like, if that doesn't get to you, I don't know what will. And again, RJ with the drum badassery. Don't worry, Joe and Josh, y'all are great too, but the siblings really stand out on this one. Number 4, another kick-ass party song, "Freak Like Me." This track is phenomenal all around, and with even more mind-blowing vocals than "Love Bites." There's one particular note leading into the solo where you legit can't tell where her scream ends and the guitar shred begins. It's seamless. It's like the guitar is just an extension of her voice, and I love "Freak Like Me." Another. I hate to use the word flawless so many times, but the song is absolutely great. Coming in at number 3, and also track 3 on TSCO, "I Miss the Misery." Everyone who's ever been in a rocky relationship feels this one. Everyone. It's not only a perfectly performed banger with insanely badass vocals, but it's a shining example of the feelings that come with a trauma bond from a toxic relationship. And the line, I miss the feelings of pains in my chest, gets me every time. Number two, motherfucking Ms. Hyde. Y'all, number two pick and also track number two. And god damn, do I love this song. It's been out for 10 years and it still gets very, very regular play. The horror movie vibes, the sheer sex appeal, the empowerment, all of it. The way the band's confidence has grown over the years is so amazing. And spoiler alert, they only get better from here. Number one, we've made it to the top. My number one choice for favorite song on The Strange Case of Halestorm is Rock Show. Little about me. I wanted to be a rock star since I was 4 years old. I ever since I heard Janis Joplin for the first time and Jimi Hendrix and Queen, I knew that's what I wanted out of life. And I've always wanted every single thing that Lizzie describes in Rock Show. Yes, I do want to reach for the high notes. Yes, I do want to get high on the solo. Yes, I do want to feel the magic of the crowd from the performer's point of view. Everything about Rock Show just sets my soul on fire. This is one of my favorite overall Halestorm songs, and this song will always win this album. Always. So, there you have it. My choices for worst to best tracks on Halestorm's second album, The Strange Case of. Now remember, if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back next time with more Halestorm rankings. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and follow my social media, and I'll be back next time with more rock and roll rankings.